and art.
Twisting and turning through space and time, Trevor's new form stops on a dime.
My new form stops on a dime. Oh my goodness. It's the plushie. Guess what? It's more Trevor TF. The Trevor stuff really is a lot more front-loaded in my mask event because I promise that there are others that are not Trevor. I don't mind it, I just think it's funny. At the Ninja Art Stream. Oh, that would have been a good title to go with the theme of Ninja Gaiden. Okay, Radon won't be available for about 2 hours, so that gives me time for some art for sure. Before we suffer in RV there yet. I mean, that sounds like me too. I throw things at the wall and see what sticks. But now we need music. I think that's a good one to start off with. Oh, wait, there we go. Now I have my tablet up. I wanna be your girlfriend. Delicious. Okay, I have adjusted. Now we can work on this. I don't want to hear it ever again. The song strikes me as being sung by a jealous bitch who is unhappy someone she wants is happy with someone else. Probably. But man, it's a bop. Oh man, I saw such a great twinning thing where it was someone being warned that the girl he was dating was a narcissist, so he needed to dump her. So she gives him this. I think it was it was either a necklace or a bracelet that was just like hers, and it turned it turned him into her. Like, oh, that's a really good TF. I like that. Oh, Serge is just joking. Oh yeah, no problem. It's KK Slider. Oh, so I've got a friend who has never seen The Legend of Korra. He has seen people talk about it and stuff, so he knows about it by proxy. But he really liked Avatar The Last Airbender, and he knows that Korra is awful. So I've been watching it with him so he can see how terrible it is, and that's been fun. One thing that was really funny to me, that stood out to me, is the first villain in Korra sets himself up like he's an energy bender, and you wonder how he's able to do that, and it turns out that he's just a water bender that's like really gifted with blood bending. And like, of course, my friend knew this going in. He's watched like people talk about it and stuff. But what he wasn't prepared for was in like the next to the last episode or so. It could have been the last one. It was either the last or next to last. They just straight up tell you, like, before they reveal it through Amon, like, water bending when he's under the water. Like, they come across a character and he's like, oh yeah, Amon's a waterbender. And my friend, like, lost his shit. He's like, wait! They just tell you? They don't even, like, let it be a surprise for later? They just tell you? He was so mad. He's like, God, it's so bad! They could have at least showed you first. It subverts its own twist, yeah. Korra has a lot of good ideas in it that are poorly executed. And not every idea is faithful to like how the world building was set up. The characters also just humor is subjective, so I'm sure that some people do find Bowen funny. And he's supposed to be like the Sokka of the group, but he's just dumb. And he's dumb in an obnoxious, unfunny way. It's too stereotypical. He has a few lines in there that can be funny, but I remember, like, even when I was in college watching Korra, Bowen is the type of humor where I felt like I had to do pity laughs. They tried too hard without trying hard enough. They only had so many episodes left, so they just had to rush that plot point out there at light speed. He's a big part of why I hate characters that are trying a little too much to be the comic relief now. Oh yeah, Bowen. As we're watching it too, it really does suffer from the Marvel school of writing where like there just has to be a joke. Like they can't let a moment sit. And that gets really old very fast. I I didn't mind it in Marvel movies when like it first happened because it was a new type of humor. It was pretty fresh, it was funny, it worked, but it's so everywhere now that it's just too much. And I don't mind it when shows do it, but man, I don't know. I remember like when it came out, I didn't have this feeling, so it could be just that I am more exposed to that type of thing now, so going back, it stands out more egregiously. Like, in season 3, you have this, like, big thing where Tenzin, a very serious character, is happy because there are more airbenders appearing around the world, and he feels like, as Aang's child and as an airbender himself, that he's going to be able to restore a people that had been wiped off the planet by Fire Lord Azulon. So Tenzin's really happy about this, and he's going around trying to ask these new people that have now discovered they have airbending if they'd like to join him. And so he can train them to be airbenders. And they go about it in like the dumbest way possible, where he's just like, your child will have tattoos all over his body, just like mine. You'll get to shave your head. You have to give up all of your earthly possessions. And everyone turns him away, and it's like played for laughs, and it's just like, this is frustrating and annoying. There's a moment in season 2 where Korra has to like tell Tenzin again all of these events that are happening because he's been away for a while and he doesn't know like what's been going on. So he's like, Korra, what's happened? What's wrong? And she goes, oh, where do I even start? And then it just has Korra very quickly recount the events that we have just went through. She's like, so this happened, and this happened, and then my father did this, and then this happened, and then I was going here, but then this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and it's like done for humor, and it's like, that was just pointless. We could have just like cut the scene and had an emotional, just had some form of impact. Like, what is this? That looks a lot better. So, I feel like I want this to come out a little more so it doesn't look so thin. This is supposed to be a sweater. Nothing's allowed to really weigh on the audience anymore. Writers feel like they have to have the quirk Chungus character pipe up to lighten the moment now. Don't sweat the sweater. Yeah. Yeah, and it can get old. No, I'm not gonna lie, like, there's shows that I enjoy that do that trope, and then, like, it can be funny, but I'm also just kind of tired of it at this point. It's like, I'd like there to be some form of impact here.
Twisting and turning through space and time, Trevor's new form stops on a dime.
Sock. Sock beast time. Nice. Finally got hit by the randomizer. Of course, soured my hopes on further Avatar sequels. Oh, same. You're not the only one. I remember my feeling of watching it in college, and it always had the potential to get better, even if certain things were squandered. It's like, okay, Korra is very obnoxious and annoying to watch, but she can grow. There are characters like that, and they've had like good growth and stuff. So maybe she just needs time. And then like every season, they keep resetting her. So it's like everything that she learned just goes out the window. The most consistent character growth Korra has is between seasons 3 and 4. But even then, she's still pretty awful. Like, characters just kind of, like, change their motivations. They adjust who they are depending on what the plot needs. Like, some things are consistent, but not everything is consistent. I don't even know, like, what the real relationship is between Cora and, like, the other people that she hangs out with. It's so confusing and weird. Um, Something else that they did that I never thought about itself, but with earth bending, okay, so like with a couple of the elements, it is sort of like that they're psychically controlling it, right? If you think about water bending, they're doing the dance and then the water rises up. Or I say dance, but you know, they're doing the martial arts and the water like rises up and they are able to control it. Firebenders are able to shoot fire out of their hands. Airbenders are able to manipulate the air around them and stuff. But earthbenders, it was like they needed a connection to the earth. They didn't just point at a rock and like lift it up. Like they are firmly planted on the ground, and from that position, they are able to affect earth around them, kind of thing. There are a few examples of this not quite being the case, such as when Boomy is encased in a metal cage and he uses his head to earthbend, but it follows a certain flow. And Toph, when she is bending metal, outside of one instance, uh, she has to be touching the metal because she feels the earth fragments in it. It follows the rules of earth bending. You're planted, you're on the ground, you are using that to adjust the earth that you can feel from that connection. And she does the same thing with metal. And there is just one instance where it's on the blimp where she bends like a metal plate further away from her. But other than that, they're pretty consistent with her making contact with it. In Korra, all the metal benders are just like psychically moving it around like they're water benders. They're just like adjusting it and making it flow like liquid and whatnot. They also did a few other things like they kind of diminished the importance of lightning, where it's just like a factory job to shoot lightning now. You know, rather than like controlling the element through your body, you just kind of point and aim it. So yeah, it's been really fun to go through my friend just to point all of, just so you can see all of it firsthand. It's like energy bending got played as a joke. We have no use for these people other than contemporary industry work. Earthbenders were inherently firm, rigid, and powerful with their movements. Yes. Sometimes you know when you're watching something that's going to kill any chance of a series sticking around in the future. Iroh made a point that benders should learn from other nations and incorporate their styles from the first Avatar, but primarily he used firebending techniques. Unless it was lightning, which had some waterbending teaching to redirect it. Yes, exactly. He did study other cultures, but he incorporated that into how it would work with firebending. Fuck you, Uncle Iroh, showing Zuko how the lightning bend was a big thing in the OG show. Yeah. Oh, no, fuck you. Uncle Iroh doing that. Sorry. Punctuation. I read that wrong. I see where the emphasis is now. Honestly, Toph would be the best person to move Earth and metal away from herself without making contact, as she has an ability to feel Earth even when it isn't connected to the ground, though that was only explained in the director commentary. Yeah. Bubba shot the jukebox last night, made him cry. Got a 45 last night. Man, I don't really want to spoil it, but I do want to talk about it in terms of narratives that are written well. The Orville, if you have not watched it, is so damn good with its storytelling. And it's funny, like, going through Korra and that show at the same time, because one of them has good ideas, but they're not implemented well or they're written poorly. And, like, it's just not allowed to have weight with its humor. Whereas the Orville has, like, stupid humor where you don't expect it, but at the same time, that show still has a lot of weight. And it's very good, and I would highly recommend it. So, if you don't want to hear Orville spoilers, you can mute me for a little bit here. But I do want to talk about it just to, exemplify good narrative writing. Okay, so with the Orville, there is a character in the show, and alright, I've already warned about spoilers, so. There's a character in the show named Isaac that is a robot being, and he is on the Orville to study them. he does this for a large part of season 1 and 2, and he's played as very logical. He doesn't understand human customs. Like, he doesn't understand what birthdays are. He doesn't understand, um, he doesn't understand the greater context behind why people do things and stuff, and he's trying to learn, but he applies a very logical filter to all of it. It turns out that, one of the characters has a romantic relationship with him, and she's a very smart character. Well, it turns out that Isaac is planning with the others of his kind to conquer the galaxy, and they use all that data to try to hurt people. Isaac, because of his time aboard the Orville, ultimately decides to betray the other robots and help everyone. But it's still a very sore sticking point for a lot of people. And they don't like that Isaac is still aboard the ship. And they wish that he wasn't there because they have lost family members and stuff to this race of robots, and they're not happy with it. Isaac has to suffer like abuse from the other members of the crew, and the person that Isaac was dating, she has children, and one of them is very upset with Isaac, and he constantly has nightmares because of what happened, and that like affects his mood and his feelings towards Isaac. He wants him gone. He doesn't think that he should be forgiven. And ultimately, Isaac decides to kill himself in order to like make the Orville run more efficiently since nobody wants him there. And they find it out, and and then you have these long sections of them talking and like how everyone feels about it because Isaac's gone now. And the doctor doesn't know, or the doctor, the is the woman who dated Isaac at one time. She doesn't know how to feel about it. She's like, I loved him once, but like after what he did, I don't know if I can again. Am I sad about this? Should I be sad about this? And if I still love him, then like what does that mean? How do I deal with that? And they ultimately find out a way that they could save Isaac, but the only person that can help them with that, she has a very bad grudge against the robot race, what Isaac was, because of someone she lost, and she refuses to help. And that's when the kid that we saw at the beginning, who really hated Isaac, he had a hard time with him, he comes in to talk to her, and he says, I I I hate Isaac. I hate what he did. And I thought that I wanted him dead, but I don't. And it's these very complex emotions that the show is dealing with in a very good way. And it's so impressive, and it's interesting writing, and God, I love it so much. And it's just, I go from that to Korra, and it's like, God, I wish Korra had better writing because, like, the Orville constantly keeps me engaged, and I love it, and it's so cool and interesting, and then Korra just flubs its ideas. Anyway, I know that that was kind of, and that was very long-winded to get that out there, but yeah, if you haven't watched Orville, go watch it, it's good. All good, but now I must rest. No problem. Thank you for being here, Shizuka. I hope you have a good rest. Catch you later. When these masks, do they retain their personalities or are they taken over? It depends on what the person wants, because either could happen, but that's a choice left up to the commissioner. Why am I being bothered? Every word. It is a little too late. Tonberry. Did you know that I have a Tonberry form? Because now you do. Now you know. Here it is. See? Isn't that crazy? Hanging on every word. Hey, Blaze, welcome out. Good to see you. Oh, Trevor, that's the sock form. Time marches on. Oh, I need to draw his necklace. High cholesterol. Yeah. I like that. That was good. Yes. Dip down, spun around and do shadowed. I still think it's funny that, like, I'll get, like, people's character raps and it'll be on FA, and I still have my FA account, but I don't post there anymore. And I think it's funny that people still follow me there. And so is following you. Like, oh, that's interesting. All off shotguns and coonskin hats. I'm from the country and I like it that way, where everybody knows everybody. Honestly, I don't want to know everybody. I wanna be on my own. I'm a recluse and I'm okay with that. Ah! Hey, looks like we're good. Look out! I'm coloring the hair! Everybody watch out! Ooh, that was a close one. I almost dropped paint on you. You know that would have just turned you into me. We don't want that, do we?
My name Stitch.
Stitch time! Hey Harry, welcome out. Good to see you. And Steven, welcome out. Or do we? It's true. Some people do want that. Oh, actually, really? Oh, like what's going on? I was so confused. Yeah. You think you'd enjoy it, to be honest? Maybe y'all would. Who's the unlucky soul that took the mask this time? Blitz Arctic Wolf. This guy. Kind of tempted to get one of these mass commissions myself. It's still available. Only family. Okay, so we've got brown and we've got blue. I'm gonna do a greenish background. I need it to be a bit less vibrant. So, do that. And then there we go. Perfect. There we go. Just doing some quick background stuff. That's part of the commission. Is just like the background stuff is going to be more simple, but there's a way to make it feel like it has more depth to it by using shapes and stuff and positioning of things. It's pretty cool. Hey, that Doid, welcome out to the stream. Help me while I'm working on one of the mask pictures. Good to see ya. I hope you're doing well. Hmm. Maybe I do want to do that. Oh, and here comes pride in the backstretch. Heartaches going to the inside. Holding back there, and I'm trying not to fall. There we go. Hmm. I think that looks good. Just filled out the form. If you don't mind, I'm going to send you a friend request on Discord. You chose as the best way to contact me. I have Discord set to not being able to see friend requests from those who aren't mutual friends. I get a lot of spam from randos before that. Yep, that's fine. Oh sweet, Radon's ready. I just need to put the finishing touches on this and then I'll be playing some RV there yet with him. Oh, where's that? Okay, perfect. Everything's right there together. Hey, I know I'm fast, but I'm not that fast. Oh, shoot, you know what I did forget? I like my women just a little on the trashy side. I still think, I know I keep bringing it up, I just think that it's really funny as a kid that my mom thought this song was going to influence me negatively. He wouldn't be able to comprehend the stuff that I like. That's how we are as people. There we go. This blue, it's so dark that the stuff is blending in. Oh wait, that's right, I turned off the layer. It's like, God, that's so hard to see. There, that's better. Oh, I forgot one thing. There we go. How to sign my name. Excuse me.
Stop talking!
No, I will not. Thank you, Stephen. Prosit, as we say in Sweden. Thank you, Havoc and
Twisting and turning in
Bullblades.
space
I
and time,
appreciate it,
Trevor's new
y'all.
form stops on a dime. Minute.
Mini Blend!
Minute.
Okay, now I have to export it. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, let me get this uploaded. Is this TF supposed to be a Bokoblin? Close. It's a mini blin. Which is just like a smaller version of them. They're more impish. They're from Wind Waker. I don't know if they appear in another Zelda game, but specifically I know them from Wind Waker. Okay, let me get this uploaded and sent off.